What's going on, guys? Big Mike, the 717 Outlaw here with you today. So today we have a new range day unboxing. This is going to be a part 1 of 2, so don't forget to subscribe to catch part 2. But part 1, we're going to do an unboxing of a new gun for the channel. This happens to be the brand new Gen 5 Glock. This is the G45, which from what I've understood is a hybrid between the infamous 19X and the Glock 17. It is a double stack 9mm. It is full size, but like I said, it's new Gen 5. And we're going to go ahead and look at it. This is my first Glock that I've picked up for the channel, and actually the first one that I ever bought in person. And it'll be the first one that we get to test. So hopefully hopefully the Gen 5 doesn't let us down. But let's go ahead and unbox it and check it out. Alright guys, so we have the Glock Gen 5 45. Now, looking at the kit as a whole, you get your pistol, along with one mag inside the pistol. You get 2 additional magazines. They're both, all 3 of them are 16 round capacity, which is actually pretty nice. I do like that they come with 3 additional mags. You get a speed loader. You get additional grip. This is to change your size in case of your hand size. Also, I like these 2 here that have the little beaver tail, kind of give a little bit of protection here against the back of the gun, so that way in case you choke up on the gun a little bit, you're not going to get caught with the slide. You also have a cleaning rod with a brush, and then looking at the top, you have your standard lock and your paperwork's inside. So now that we have looked at the kit, let's go ahead and check out the Glock 45. Alright guys, so looking at a quick couple features on this gun, it is a 9mm double stack, which is a 16 plus 1 capacity. Also, we're going to look at a 4-inch barrel on this, along with a unloaded and unmagazine weight of about 22 ounces. And now if you put a fully loaded magazine plus 1 in the chamber, you're looking at just over 30 ounces for the pistol overall. And also to go along with that is we do have a 5.8 pound trigger pull. This is a little bit heavier than some of the other guns that I've used, but I really do like the heavy trigger. It's a very nice touch. Now also looking at the trigger too, we do have this safe action here. So if you do not get a full depress of the trigger, you cannot fire this gun. You have to fully get on that little tab and get your full depress. So now, looking at this gun even further, we're going to go ahead and do a quick little breakdown. So in order to break down this gun, what you're going to want to do is make sure the gun is empty. Like I have here, magazine is out. Go ahead, pull the trigger, and pull the slide back just a little bit to where you hear it click. And there's 2 tabs here on the side of the firearm. Go ahead and push those down, and then push the slide forward. So now that breaks it down into 2 pieces, and we're going to take a look at the frame for this. This is a steel chassis polymer frame. I like these. They're usually fairly lightweight, but the thing that is one downfall with some guns like this is that means that it's going to be top heavy because of a typical steel slide, steel barrel, steel guide rod, and things like that. So the gun does have a little bit more weight up top than in the lower. This gun here, I will say, I did put a loaded magazine in it just to kind of get a weight reference. It balances itself out a little bit, not a lot. It is still a little top heavy. So we're going to go ahead and discard that. And we're going to take a look at the upper assembly. So now what we have here is a double spring guide rod, which I don't see these too much in many pistols. I know some just have a single guide spring, like the smaller one here. This one has a nice double stack. The only other thing that's a little weird is it does have a polymer guide rod. I thought this would have had a steel guide rod for its construction, but looking at the slide, this gun was supposed to be a hybrid between the 19X and the Glock 17. So the slide is noticeable to the Glock 17, but the frame, I get more of the 19X feel. It has the slightly oversized grip, and more aggressive tone in the grip pattern or grip texture. But the slide, The noticeable difference with the Gen 5s that they did is they added forward serrations, and they also did add a little bit more curve to the front of the slide, which makes it really nice. It's not squared like the Glocks used to be. And it's not too bad in weight. It definitely is heavy, and all the weight, which should be expected with the firing pin and everything, is located here on the tail at your rear sights. Now the other thing too is that rear sight picture. I really do like the sights on these Glocks. I have only noticed this type of sight with this rear almost U-shaped picture on the Gen 5s. I don't remember seeing this on the Gen 4s. Then again, this is my first Glock, so you never know. Maybe somebody can correct me on that. But we do have a 4-inch barrel. Not too bad, nothing too out of the ordinary. Pretty standard construction. Go ahead and do a little reassembly. And that is one thing I do like, though, when it comes to Glocks, is a very simple takedown, very simple construction. There's nothing too fancy, no pulling of pins or anything like that to take the gun apart. Just depress the trigger to get the mechanism to fire, and then what you're going to want to do is just pull the slide back and pull the tabs. Now, I do know there was a company that was getting a lawsuit against them. I actually think it was Smith & Wesson with using it was the SD9VE. They actually kind of took the same breakdown method as the Glock, and apparently Glock gets a small chunk of sales every time they sell a Smith & Wesson 9VE, and I believe the SD40s as well. But as overall construction, there is no manual thumb safety, only the trigger. Pretty standard construction. Very nice gun. We'll hopefully get to test it more on the range. I really can't wait to do that, because this is, like I said, the first Glock I've had on the channel, and it's the first Glock I've ever shot and owned. So we'll get to put the classic Glock name to the test and really see what these things can do. So that is pretty much going to round it out on this overview of the Gen 5, the unboxing. Pretty nice gun, Glock. You have my attention in the gun market. I wasn't always a fan of Glocks. They, to me, seemed like they were always overhyped, and we'll get to put that to the test. We'll really test it out when I go to shoot it and see if it beats my M&P. But first impressions, doing pretty good. So, alright guys, as always, I do hope you like this video, and always drop those comments down below, especially if there's something that I didn't cover that you want to know about the Glock 45. I got most of the information out there on like basics, but if you want to know more in depth, drop those comments and I'll break the gun down a little bit more in the comments for you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that way you can check the gun out later when we take it to the range, and also just to see any future range days that will be coming. We do have a couple more guns to test out here soon. I'm sorry I haven't been doing these range days as often as I had hoped. Some of the weather's been a factor, and also with hunting seasons and the holidays, which then again, I do hope that you guys had a wonderful Christmas, and hope that you guys have a very nice New Year if I don't see you on a range day before then. But we should be out at the range before the New Year hits on Monday, or Tuesday actually. But anyway, like I said, hope you guys subscribe, hope you guys hit that notification bell for notifications on all the upcoming videos and other discussions that I'll hopefully be able to post. And that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys on the next upload. Remember, be safe, shoot straight, and have fun, and I'll see you next time at the range.